I know, this is different. To that one person who watches the majority of my videos, this is gonna be something a little different simply because I'm trying to switch things up a bit, trying to branch off because those videos take way too long to make and I don't get much time to make it. So we're gonna do a little Gorilla Mind tier list because it's one of my favorite energy drinks. It's a pretty it's kind of niche, I guess you could say, because not a lot of people know about it. If you told someone like, "Hey, you want a Gorilla Mind?" They're like, "What is that?" It's pretty stacked. It's got good flavors, like pretty potent. I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. You see, I'm not natural when it comes to because there's no script this time. There's no script. It's kind of going off the dome. And as I'm saying this, I'm pulling out all of all of my Gorilla Mind cans because I saved them for some reason. Like it's like, ooh, I really like this. Let me save every single first can of drinking of each. And plus, it gives me something to like kind of like look at, think about, how explain what's going through my mind. Kind of just placing them all over my desk with no organization. Just like I guess grab them easily. So now I could focus on actually speaking about Gorilla Mind. Gorilla Mind is an energy drink made by More Plates More Dates, aka Derek. If you don't know who that is, neither do I really, because I just drink them. I've drinking every flavor at least once. I could tell it because I have every single can on my desk, like I said. And today we are gonna rank them because I'm making a video right now, like how I normally would, but I'm like, bro, it's taking a while. All right. So our first can, I wish you could see what I'm seeing. I'm not gonna put any photos or anything. It's literally all over my desk. But first can is Arctic White. Arctic White is actually one of the. For instance, I've had nearly a case of most of these flavors. Let me look here. I've had a case of Berry Burst, Tiger's Blood, Orange Rust, Tropic Storm, Arctic White, Lychee, Lychee Bomb, Lucky Lemon, Citrus, Rain, White Gummy Bear, and right now I'm working through Mango Peach, Red Gummy Fish, and recently bought the new Rainbow Sherbet, which I have not actually had yet. Planning on having that at the end of all of this and then like review it and rank it compared to the rest. So where was I? Arctic White. All right, it's pretty good. Oh, before we get into anything, like everybody who's makes a tier list, like before we get into it, all these are good flavors. None of them are bad. It's just that when you compare them to one another, there's going to be better ones and there's going to be worse ones. If you give me any Gorilla Mine, I'm gonna drink it. But if you showed me all of them, there's gonna be ones I reach for before I reach for the last can I'll grab. And Arctic White, that's probably one of the more middle of the road kind of things. It's really good. It's got the quote unquote. I've never had a white monster, so I don't know what it tastes like. But for what I assume, it's the grapefruit citrus. Right here, it's pretty sure it's now called White Frost, previously Arctic White. The can I have in my hand says Arctic White. Arctic White to me is much more of like a middle of the road kind of flavor. It's pretty good. It's got that grapefruit and then like the citrus at the end, if I remember correctly. I'm not having any of these. It's just going off the dome. And that's really about it. It's hard to explain it when you think about other energy drinks because compared to other ones, this is amazing, but we're comparing it to itself, which is kind of hard. So yeah, grapefruits forward, citrus on the back end. Pretty middle of the road. If you ever want to introduce someone to Gorilla Mind, I say this is a really good starting off point because it was actually a part of the original variety pack of which is on their website, now Variety Pack 2, but it's got the Rocket Pop in it. Good flavor, good starting off point. It was one of their first flavors, so that's a good one. So I place it in a nice B tier. Next one is Black Cherry Vanilla. Alright, this one I've had a couple of times. Typically, I'll grab some Gorilla Minds at the GNC by the theater I go to. This is typically on the shelves, and it's like other flavors are too. So, yeah, Black Cherry Vanilla. Pretty obvious, self-explanatory. But if I remember correctly, this is a little more lighter, because Gorilla Mind's a pretty heavy punching flavor profile. You're gonna having like, Black Cherry Vanilla. Well, actually, that's not a good one. Like Arctic Frost, but then you have Black Cherry Vanilla. And you're like, it's not as heavy as the rest, but it's a little lighter when you compare it to the rest. The vanilla flavor, I wish it had more vanilla. Anything that's like creamsicle or like vanilla or like we have vanilla in this. Like I want it to be like 50-50, but it's not. It's much more like 80-20 when it comes to like this. With 80% black cherry, 20% vanilla on the back end. It's vanilla. It's not cream, so you're not gonna get like a creamy like feel. Where would I put that? I want to put it. I don't want to put it at C. Right now we're placing it at C. We're gonna move things around later on, but right now it's at a C because when I look at Arctic White, I look at the rest of the cans on here. Like this is probably one of the last ones I'll reach for because, like I said, when I go to GNC, I'm not really grabbing these. I'm grabbing like other stuff. And surprisingly, up next we have Exotic Kiwi. This is one of the ones I'd be grabbing when I go to GNC. Well, when they had those, because when we look at the website, we see that Exotic Kiwi is missing. No more Exotic Kiwi. We have Orange Rush, Black Cherry, and White Frost, but no more Exotic Kiwi. I'm actually excited to see this one go because Kiwi isn't like a flavor you normally see on its own. This one is Exotic Kiwi, which means there is like another thing there to like kind of make quote unquote tropical. Like I want a Kiwi energy drink. You can't really say that with a lot of brands because typically they have, if they have kiwi, it's in combination with something else like strawberry kiwi. But sometimes you just want that kiwi, you know? And it's a really good kiwi flavor. I'm unironically going to put it on A tier. I like it more than Arctic Frost. I would typically grab it when I go to like GNC after the theaters, but now it seems to be going away, which actually makes me sad. But yeah, Kiwi 4, they also, I'm kind of like, I don't know how far we are into this, but I'm pretty much assuming you've had Gorilla Mine before, but if you haven't, like I said, heavy punching flavors, really sweet, amazing nootropic formula, would recommend to everybody. It's just that it's kind of hard to find because you only find them in like GNCs, vitamin shops. I heard they're like testing in 7-Elevens recently, but like select few. You might find them at like a liquor store or a gas station if they know ball, but that's about it. But yeah, exotic kiwi, delicious kiwi flavor with like some other notes in there. I think it's a little that makes it a little tropical. Great thing that makes Gorilla Mine stand out from the rest, especially when it was one of their first floor flavors that they released with an energy drink. So next up is Orange Rush. This is another one of those that I had a case of, and it's actually incredibly good. When it comes to orange energy drinks, I've noticed this, aka I'm quoting one of my favorite YouTubers for energy drinks, Caffeine Man. Please go watch him. He makes awesome videos. When it comes to orange energy drinks, they could typically go like three ways. Orange soda, orange juice, or just like a natural tasting orange. To me, Orange Rush sort of went in between of natural tasting orange and orange soda. For sure, it's definitely not a juice because if you were to think of an orange energy drink that tastes like juice, that'll be a Sunny D Rise. But this to me tasted more like a soda, like an orange soda, maybe like with a little bit of the natural orange taste to it, which made it an incredibly good flavor. Definitely one I would reach for if I were to like show me all of these, but it wouldn't be the first. I'm gonna put it above Exotic Kiwi. Really good orange flavor. I actually had, if you've had the Lost and Found Orange Rush, what's that one called? Orange Splash. Yeah, if you've had the Lost and Found Orange Splash, this is unironically pretty similar to that. Would recommend to anybody wanting to drink Gorilla Mine. Probably above Arctic Frost and Exotic Kiwi, because like Exotic Kiwi I like more than Arctic Frost, but probably wouldn't be something I first introduced. But like, hey, you want to try Gorilla Mine? Orange Rush, because it's kind of hard to pick up orange. And if you pick up orange, like Caffeine Man says, you probably shouldn't be in the energy drink business. Next up is strawberry candy. Strawberry candy. How do I say this? Every single Gorilla Mine flavor is good, but there's gotta be a worse. And to me, it's sadly strawberry candy. Strawberry candy to me when I first had it, I remember I was drinking it and you taste that strawberry and you get that like kind of like a hard candy taste if that makes sense. Similar to like Ghost Warheads, they have sort of like they have that candy taste but like a hard candy, which isn't bad. And you notice it here as well with the strawberry candy. But it's not that candy part that's messed me up. It was the strawberry because to me the strawberry sort of tasted artificial in a way, and because of the candy, like yeah, it tasted good, but it kind of made it taste even more artificial. And to me, out of all the Gorilla Mines I've had, this tastes the fakest in a sense. Like it tastes the most artificial. I'm pretty sure. Let me look at this can. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about artificial flavors. From the looks of it, it's naturally flavored. But that doesn't mean there's gonna be like, oh, we're gonna put whole strawberries in here. It's much more like, yeah, it can still be made in a lab. It's just similar molecularly to the natural structure of a strawberry in a sense. I think that's how it works. I don't know. I remember every time I taste a new energy drink, I'll like take a photo of it and then send like a review to my friends in a group chat. Then they make fun of me. And in this one, I remember distinctly saying that to me, the strawberry tasted artificial, and that candy flavor sort of feels like it's trying to like hide it, like it's trying to hide it's an artificial strawberry because oh, we're candy. But not to me, it just tasted like an artificial. Tasted artificial. This is the last Gorilla Mine I'm ever gonna reach for, but it's still good. I will drink it. I've had it multiple times ever since that first time, but it's just much more like one of those like I haven't had it in a while. Let me have it again, and you're like, oh, that's why I haven't had it in a while. It's just my least favorite Gorilla Mine. It's tasty, but I'm not gonna be reaching for it as compared to the rest. Lychee Bomb. This is another one that I've actually like bought in the case for, and it's sadly no longer on the website. The original two variety packs, they've each lost a flavor, and they lost Lychee Bomb for this one. I remember having it with like a general idea of what lychee tasted like because I had the Lychee Gamer Subs tub. I remember thinking that like, well, that's pretty good. I'll buy a Lychee Bomb Gorilla Mine, and I drink it. I'm like, oh my God, that's good. I don't know how to explain lychee. What does lychee taste like? Let me look it up real quick. Ah, shoot. Well, AI says it tastes like, ooh, that's a really good strawberry watermelon grape with distinct floral taste. That's what I remember distinctly about lychee. It tasted floral to me, which isn't gonna sound like good to some people. Like, I don't want to be drinking a flower, but I like tea, so I don't mind drinking a flower. It did taste like a strawberry watermelon with some like floral notes to it, which I really liked. That's my first S. That's our first S of the day. I wish they bring this back. I hope they bring this back. Lychee isn't a flavor you see too much. Like I remember for a bit, you like saw companies be like, "Oh, we got lychee." I guess so. Like the hype around it kind of died, and Gorilla Mines had it up for a while, but it wasn't like if you look at these, looking at my cans and then looking at the pictures, you can see like I see that some of them have been updated to kind of have like a colors of their face and the mind changed. And Lychee wasn't one of those that got changed, which means it sadly got discontinued from the looks of it. And I hope they bring it back. I don't know. I'm sorry if this is kind of all over the place. I kind of ramble a lot, and I'm kind of like being a little schizophrenic right now with by speaking to nobody. Lychee Bomb, delicious strawberry. I hate how similar it was. I hate AI. Floral strawberry watermelon taste in a sense. Tastes fruity. Kind of. I've seen people say it kind of tastes like a pear, but I kind of forget what a pear tastes like. So I haven't had a pear in a while. Bring it, but Derek, if you're watching this, please bring it back, please. Next up, Tiger's Blood. This is the original Tiger's Blood with the dark red can, almost like burgundy, right? Yeah, that burgundy colored can. This is an interesting one because as you can see, we have another Tiger's Blood over here, the one with the black can of the tiger scratch because it got reformulated. This original Tiger's Blood is no longer being made. They kicked it out because of the proportions. If you don't know what Tiger's Blood is, it's strawberry, watermelon, coconut. To me, this was 60% strawberry watermelon, 40% coconut. But within that 60%, half of it was strawberry and the other half was watermelon. So it's 30% strawberry, 30% watermelon, 40% coconut. So when you kind of try to like distinct the flavors from one another, you're gonna like taste a little bit more coconut than the rest. The strawberry and watermelon was like a good combination that made it just taste a little like fruity, and that 40% coconut made this feel much more like a fruity coconut drink rather than a strawberry watermelon coconut. But I actually really liked it because like I like coconut. It's a good flavor, but it's definitely not for everybody. So me, this was actually an A tier, probably above. Yeah, above exotic kiwi for sure. Yep, 30% strawberry, 30% watermelon, 40% coconut, with coconut being more forward to make it a fruity coconut, which I really enjoyed and actually have had a case of. I wouldn't mind if they brought this back for like a limited time somehow, but I don't think they would. But speaking of Tiger's Blood, let's just look at the new one. This one is much more like, I want to say 75% strawberry watermelon, 25% coconut. So now it just tastes much more like what you imagine Tiger's Blood would be. Strawberry watermelon being much up front and the coconut being much more off to the end, kind of like a creamsicle, like a creaminess, like a nice coconut taste as an aftertaste. So you get hit with the strawberry watermelon, which is that fruity taste I mentioned earlier, but just like a lot stronger and a lot more noticeable as compared to before. And now you get the coconut afterwards. So it's no longer the fruity coconut, it's now strawberry watermelon with after notes of coconut, which it's good, but I didn't like it as much as the original Tiger's Blood. I don't know. I really wants to go B because like Tiger's Blood, it's strawberry watermelon, which a lot of people are gonna like with the coconut afterwards. So it's not bad, but as compared to like the rest, I probably would put it above Arctic White. But as compared to like the other one, like this is a personal tier list. I'm just looking at this, I'm like, dude, you cannot trust my taste buds. Like I like what I like, and that's it. But I prefer much more of the coconut forwardness of the period blood can as compared to this new black can of the Tiger Syraps. But I am sad that the old formula got reformulated because I actually like the other one. But I'm pretty sure Derek did make a video about how like he doesn't really like coconut or something, and like it's much better if it's just like strawberry watermelon forward because that's Tiger's Blood much more. The coconut's supposed to be an afterthought rather than upfront. Wild grape is really good. It's one of my favorite grapes ever. I'm putting it in S tier. We're gonna have to probably move things around, but S tier. It kind of reminded me of a grape soda. Was it grape soda or grape juice? I feel like it was much more leaning more towards like a grape soda than a grape juice than I remember. Or was it more grape juice? I want to say just like a grape taste, that fake grape taste that everybody calls a grape. This just sort of tasted like that. Grape flavored energy drink with carbonation. So it didn't really remind you of a soda or a juice, kind of just remind you of that fake grape flavor everybody loves. And it was really potent. It tasted like you've picked off one of those fake grapes and just put it in your mouth off the bush. Would have again. I've had this one twice because of the energy drink city thing, and probably could see myself picking this up when like compared to the rest of the energy drinks. But I probably would move it down a tier as we go on. Nothing much to say there. Great grape taste. Would definitely like to have a whole case of. would probably recommend to anybody trying to get into Grillamite because of like how great it tastes. Next up is sour watermelon candy. This one, I was a little disappointed of because I remember around the time I was looking for like, Energy Drink City is one of those sites you could just like buy single cans of energy drinks from. And I remember I still needed wild grape, sour watermelon candy, Patty's iced tea, and the new Tiger's Blood. And I bought those 4 cans, and they ended up accidentally sending me 2 packages, so I got 2 cans of each. So I was able to like taste it as like a first time and then a second time. And I remember when I tried sour watermelon candy for the first time, I honestly was a little disappointed, if I'm gonna be honest. You do get that watermelon taste, with the candy being much more of like a gummy candy. If you look at the promotions for this, I'm pretty sure it was like those watermelon wedges. And to me, it did taste like that. But when it comes to the sourness, it was like hardly noticeable. If you're gonna put sour on it on your thing, I want it to be sour. I want to taste the sour. But this one did not taste sour. It tasted like if I closed my eyes and I had it and you're like, what's that? I'm like, tastes like watermelon with like some artificial thing in it, which is the candy. But I wouldn't mention the sour. Like the sour is hardly noticeable. I wish it had more sour. It's like a watermelon wedge, but more sour. I'm sadly gonna have to put this on a C below black cherry vanilla. All these are great flavors, but when you compare it to the rest and that name, sour watermelon candy, it's not really living up to it. It's also one of those other flavors that's no longer listed on their website from the looks of it. Yeah, no more sour watermelon candy. That's actually a little sad to see that one go too, because like I kind of wish I had more of a chance to try more of these flavors, but it's kind of hard to find because like I can't drive. All right, this is another flavor they got rid of, which I'm really sad about. I bought a case of this alongside the original Tiger's Blood, and this is Lucky Lemon. Do I want to put it in an S? I feel like if I put this in S, I'm gonna have to move Wild Grape to an A because to me, I remember having this. I'm like, oh my God, it doesn't taste like lemonade. If you got like a lemon lime soda, but remove the lime, so it's just a lemon soda. This tasted like lemon soda to me, which you don't really see too often. And I remember just drinking. It's got that nice lemon to it. It's got a little bit. I remember it being a little sour, and it was so memorable. I remember like because around the time I had 4 cases of Gorilla Mine, so I would drink 2 cans a week. We'll switch every other week. The original 2 cans I got was Tropical Storm and Berry Burst, and then like when I was halfway through those, I ended up buying 2 more cases of Lucky Lemon and Tiger's Blood. Tiger's Blood was much more be like a little risky, and then like Lucky Lemon was much more like I'll probably like it, and I loved it, dude. And this like made me realize how good lemon could be. Would recommend to everybody. Well, I can't recommend it because it's not good. It's not here anymore. Derek, please bring this one back. Both the S tiers are gone, dude. I just realized that. Lucky Lemon, delicious lemon taste. Definitely one I gotta see again. I hope to see it again. Next up is Tropic Storm. Like I said, everything has its worst and everything has its best. This is the best Gorilla Mine in my humble little opinion. Move, dude. There you go. This is the best Gorilla Mine in my humble little opinion. It just tastes tropical. I don't know how else to explain it. You imagine the phrase tropical or the taste that is tropical. It is this in a can. Looking at the little picture they have on it, it shows like, I don't know what that is, but there's definitely like a peach, some other thing, and 2 leaves. The first time I ever went to Applebee's with a group of my friends, I remember getting like a chicken sandwich, and for my drink, I wanted a passion fruit lemonade. Around this time, I haven't had Tropic Storm in a while because this is like a year after I had the original case. No, it was a couple months after finishing my case, so like I haven't had Tropic Storm in a while. And drinking that passion fruit lemonade reminded me so much of it. I'm like, I literally said at the table, this tastes like Tropic Storm Gorilla Mine, and my friends just looked at me like, what the f are you talking about? But oh my God. This is definitely one, like, if it wasn't my goal to drink a case of every single Gorilla Mine flavor, I would be buying these a lot more. But I'm trying to save money. I would drink this like a fucking water if I could, but I can't because it's unhealthy. And it's a lot of caffeine for my fragile little body. But yeah, Tropic Storm, the best Gorilla Mine flavor in my opinion, my favorite energy drink. Would love to have this again. Someone please give this to me for my birthday. Next up is Citrus Rain. I remember I bought a case of these around the time they brought it back. I remember they brought it back like Citrus Rain is back. And I'm like, I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I didn't get a chance to try it before. It kind of reminded me of a Sprite. This reminded me of a Sprite. Yeah, it reminded me a lot of a Sprite. Lemon lime. Was it a Sprite or 7-Up? One of those two. But yeah, it reminded me of those lemon lime sodas. I remember when I first saw it, I thought it was gonna be much more like a Mountain Dew. I don't know why, but I thought it was going to be like a Mountain Dew, drink it out Sprite. Would recommend to everybody who wants to get into Gorilla Mine. I kind of want to move it up to an A, but this is getting a little crowded. I would put it below It's weird because I want to say I would recommend it to everyone, but right now it's in my top 5 for the cans that I've ranked so far. But A is getting a little filled. I might have to move Exotic Kiwi down to a B so far. But yeah, Citrus Rain, really good. Would recommend to probably anybody who wants to get into Gorilla Mine, especially since the fact that they brought it back, and I don't think it's an online exclusive anymore. So yeah, if you because like it's a lemon lime. Who doesn't like lemon lime? Simple, sweet, bubbly. Bubbly. All right, what else would I want to say about this one? It's kind of sweet because it's not middle of the road good. It's like when you compare it to the rest, like I'm looking at my stuff, like yeah, it's better than the ones. It's above definitely. But if you like kind of had it for the first time, it's gonna be weird because it just tastes like Sprite. But it's really good. But not as good as Lucky Lemon. Not as good as Lucky Lemon. All right, Berry Burst. This is the first ever Gorilla Mine I had. Yeah, some of these flavors have been pretty self-explanatory with their name, but this is one of the ones where I kind of have to explain what it tastes like. It tasted like blackberry blueberry because that's what it has on its little picture on the front. But from what I remember, it was pretty good, pretty solid berry flavor. I remember just like having one and be like, fuck, I kind of want another one. And I drank the second Gorilla Mine, but that was like 400 milligrams of caffeine and a lot more of these extra ingredients. So like my head was kind of hurting. And that was like one of the first time I ever had that much caffeine. But it was worth it because of how good this tastes. Delicious berry flavor really does live up to its name of berry burst. You drink it, it's like exploding with flavor. And when it comes to the blueberry and the blackberry, they're pretty evened out. I think there's maybe a little more blueberry in there than I remember. And like I don't really eat blackberries or like compare like anything blackberry flavored, but it definitely was in there now that I remember it. But it was probably 60% blueberry, 40% blackberry. Would I recommend? I mean, when I look at the rest, dude, this is kind of crazy. I might have to move this down to a B tier. Move this up to an A. Definitely below wild grape. I know that for a fact. Cause like the grape flavor compared to just like the berry burst flavor, they kind of have like the same, I guess, explosion of flavor. Gorilla Mines are really potent. They have like a lot of flavor to them. You have the ones that kind of like punch you in the face with flavor, and those are like a little more light, like the black cherry vanilla. But these two explosion of flavor in your mouth. I think it's one of those they took off the website as well. Yeah, it's no longer on the list. Blackberry lemonade. I have only ever had this Gorilla Mine once. Not because I don't like it, but because when I went to Vitamin Shop for like my birthday to get that case of Gorilla Mine, I think I bought like 2 Gorilla Mines. I can't remember what the other one was, but I know for a fact. Yeah, I remember. I got black cherry vanilla and blackberry lemonade. I think at that moment I had not had either of those two. The blackberry lemonade I've only ever had once, and from what I remember, it's got like it was pretty balanced. I think the lemonade might have been a little more forward, so it's kind of reminds you of like a pink lemonade. I guess this is sort of like Gorilla Mine's version of pink lemonade because that's a pretty common flavor to see, like strawberry lemonade, pink lemonade, some kind of berry lemonade. So they chose blackberry lemonade, and it's pretty good. You get that blackberry taste. I think it was a little more light. If I remember, as compared to the lemonade, it was very complimentary. They both flavors mixed really well because it was like a tart blackberry with the sweetness of lemon. Definitely would like to have it again, but to me, it was kind of just middle of the road, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I like the. I don't know if but yeah, blackberry lemonade, middle of the road. It's weird because it's not blackberry lemonade is like a default flavor, but when I had this, I'm like, this it's kind of like just in the middle. It's definitely in the middle when you compare it to the rest. This is the middle. That doesn't mean that all the ones under it are bad, but it's just kind of like in the middle. I don't know how to explain it. Blackberry lemonade. It just kind of tastes like blackberry lemonade. It's got that blackberry, it's got that lemonade good like yin and yang kind of thing going on there, but it's just kind of in the middle. Tastes nice, but there's nothing about it that makes it kind of like stands out. It's just kind of there in the crowd of like Gorilla Mines that you probably would go for before you reach other flavors, but it's just kind of in the middle. I don't know how else to put it. Mango Peach. This is the next one we got on our list. Definitely does live up to its name of Mango Peach because it's not a peach mango. If you have peach mangoes, you definitely notice much more like a peach with the mango on the end. But when I drink this, there's definitely more mango in there. It's not a 50-50, maybe 65-35, which kind of like gives it more of this unique sort of like flavor because like peach mangoes, you know what peach mango is gonna taste like. But mango peach, you're like, oh, this reminds me of peach mango, but in reverse. So like more mango up front with a peach kind of like aftertaste to it. It's kind of there to support the mango in a sense, like a peach mango normally would. So it's kind of like a reversed peach mango. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. A reverse peach mango with mango up front with peach supporting it to boost up its flavor. And I actually have a case of these I'm working through right now. Definitely would put it in the A tier. Wow, probably above wild grape. Yeah, for sure. The more I think about it. Yeah, for sure above wild grape. Really good mango peach flavor. I get excited to drink this one because it tastes natural. Definitely one of the more natural tasting energy drinks. Because some of them do, like some of these do kind of taste like not juice flavor. It just tastes like the fruit in a sense, but like a lot more potent. tastes like the potent version of the fruit. Would recommend to people trying to get into a Gorilla Mine. I think this is gonna be the top of A. I don't think it moves into S. It could, but it's gonna be top of A for sure. I don't think see anything went above that. Orange Ice Dream. I was a little disappointed. I remember around the time I had this one, I was kind of like obsessed over orange cream. Like anything orange cream, like, I want that orange cream. But the thing was, I was kind of upset with like some of those orange creams. Like the Ghost, like it's good, but it's a lot more orange. Then you get the cream afterwards, which is a good aftertaste. But I'm like, I kind of want more cream. Yeah, it's because some orange creamsicles to me are like 90% orange, 10% cream, or like 75-25. Like I want like maybe more like 60-30. I want it to taste like an orange cream soda. I want it to taste like an orange cream soda, like a cream soda with like heavy orange. Because like when you have an actual creamsicle, the orange is on the outside, and then you have the ice cream in the middle. And you kind of want that ice cream, and like you want more of that cream than like orange on the back end. So when I had this, I was hoping that they'll do more cream than orange, but to me it was incredibly orange for it. I remember like drinking it and be like, is this an orange vanilla? It reminded me a lot of the black cherry vanilla where you have that initial flavor up front, and then you get a vanilla aftertaste that's a little light. And I was like, to me, and especially with it being like orange ice dream, like which is supposed to be an orange creamsicle, it was kind of like lighter on the orange, a lot lighter than orange rush. It didn't taste like orange rush with cream, but it definitely did taste like a sort of orange flavor that was a little different of an orange flavor compared to orange rush. That's definitely lighter because I wanted to elevate the cream more, but to me, it didn't even taste like vanilla cream. It kind of just tasted like vanilla. If they called this orange vanilla, then like it would make more sense. But this is supposed to be like an orange creamsicle flavor. It's sadly gonna go right next to black cherry vanilla. One of those flavors I wanted to love, but it's just like kind of mediocre. It's like I would ironically rather have Orange Rush just so I could have more orange to my drink because this has less orange than Orange Rush and vanilla that's not as noticeable as I'd like. Maybe like a 70, like 80-20%. 80% orange, 20% vanilla. But that orange isn't as strong as Orange Rush in my humble little opinion, at least from the orange ice cream that I've had. But it's still not bad. I hope they reformulate it. I don't think it's on the website. Hold up, I just remembered. Yeah, Orange Ice Dream is no longer on the website anymore. Hopefully they bring it back. Hopefully they reformulate it just so I could taste more cream. Derek, if you're watching this, I know you're watching this, Derek. Bring back orange cream, but have it be a little more cream heavy, please. Rocket Frost. Well, on my can says Bombsicle, but this really surprised me. Just so you know, I am not a fan of red, white, and blue flavors. I unironically don't like them. Because typically, to me, red, white, and blue flavors kind of just taste sweet. They're like, oh, we're cherry, citrus, blue raspberry, or blueberry, blue raspberry, red raspberry, lime. And to me, like they're like cherry berry lime, but like to me, I just have it. I'm like, dude, this just tastes sweet. The mixture of flavors don't make it like you can't tell them apart, and it just kind of tastes. I remember that Ghost one, the Phase Up, tasted disgusting, dude. And the new one, I had it recently, like the reformulated one. I had it again. Wasn't a big fan of. It kind of just still tasted sweet to me. But this was a shock because to me, you could tell the difference between the cherry, that citrus flavor, and the blue raspberry. The cherry was a little heavy, I'm not gonna lie, compared to the rest, but you could definitely tell the flavors apart. And it kind of had like a frost to it, like that made it taste like an icy. It wasn't cold, like I didn't drink it like it was an icy, but like it had this kind of frost feeling or like frost taste to it that kind of made it taste like more like an icy popsicle. To me, the new name Rocket Frost. To me, that makes more sense as a name. It tastes like a bombsicle with a sort of frostness to it that makes it taste like taste icy in a sense. Really surprised with this. I normally hate red, white, and blue flavors, but this is definitely going up in A. Probably at the below A, like the bottom of A. Good flavor. You can tell the three components apart. It's got that frost to it that kind of reminds you more of a bombsicle, which kind of makes it taste like a bombsicle. It's not just a cherry berry or red, white, and blue flavor. It's got that frost to it. White gummy bear. This is the case that my friend bought me for my birthday. This is definitely one of the more lighter Gorilla Mines from what I remember as compared to the rest of the Gorilla Mines. And I remember the carbonation not being as strong as the rest. If you don't know what white gummy bear is, it's supposed to be basically like a pineapple gummy. You get that pineapple and then you get that like that candy like flavor to it, which makes it taste incredibly great. Would definitely have again for sure, but I probably think it'll be above Bombsicle for sure. I'm gonna move these, dude. I think this is gonna be the top of B the more I look at it. I don't regret getting a case of these for my birthday because I chose it. Compared to the rest of the Gorilla Mines, definitely one of the more lighter ones, but I think it being light really does help it because it helps with the gummy flavor. It makes it really noticeable as the white gummy bear, like a pineapple gummy with like, I think it was like 60-40% if I remember. Like, yeah, you get that pineapple, but you also get pretty heavy gummy. Like, kind of like how I wish, no, I don't want that for the strawberry sour watermelon candy. But really good. This definitely did taste like candy, like a white gummy bear. Would definitely want more of that, but not right now because I had a whole case of those. Blue raspberry. This is one of those I have like a love-hate relationship with because sometimes when I see it on the shelf, I'm like, I haven't had it in a while. I'll have it. And it really is a potent blue raspberry. All these are really potent flavors. And it's just to me, it's just blue raspberry. But it's a really good blue raspberry. It's not like there's nothing about it that's like, ooh, I need to have this. Or like, ooh, I gotta grab one a blue raspberry, I'm gonna grab that one. Actually it is like that the more I think about it. Cause like I had this one like not too long ago. I remember just drinking it and be like, oh, this is it's like a good blue raspberry flavor. And it's like it's not sour because a lot of blue raspberries do like sour blue raspberry, which is cool, but like sometimes I just want blue raspberry. And this is just that. I just want blue raspberry. I definitely would put on A for sure, probably in the middle of A. Because as compared to the good flavors, it's middle of the road for these good flavors. But to me, this tastes like a good blue raspberry. Definitely one of the better ones out there. That better than the Ghost New Blue Raspberry for sure. That new Ghost Blue Raspberry is kind of trying to still be a little sour. This doesn't really have that much sour to it. It is a little noticeable for this. It's got that slight sour, a little bit of like a candy flavor, but that's blue raspberry to you. Good blue raspberry. Would recommend if you're trying to get into Gorilla Mine. Patty's iced tea is my second favorite flavor. I wish I had more of this. I only ever had 2 cans of these. I wish I had a whole pallet, not even a case. I feel like I've had more of this. This would have been above Tropic Storm. Beautiful can. It's got like a brewed tea to it. When I have iced tea, I typically have it cold brewed. Sometimes I feel like brewing the tea, like you steep it for 3 minutes, let it cool off. And to me, cold brewing tea and then like just making iced tea how you normally would make tea, but letting it cool off, to me, those taste like two different things. This had much more of that you brew tea and then you cool it off flavor to it, which is still really good. That's typically how iced teas are made, but some of them are like I guess southern brewed or cold brewed where you kind of leave it in. I can't remember if there's lemon in here. On the photo it shows lemon. If there was lemon, it was hardly noticeable. There's like no, I tasted like hardly any lemon in it. Much more of just that brewed tea flavored. It was incredibly delicious. Would love if they brought this back. This isn't on the website, but to me, this one makes more sense because it's in collaboration with Lean Beef Patty. I think this is the only Gorilla Mine that's in collaboration with a creator. Lean Beef Patty and Derek, maybe you two are watching this. Can you bring this back, please? And then like put it in stores because I'm pretty sure this was like a little hard to find if I remember correctly. I'm glad I got 2 cans of those. Would love to have again. Red gummy fish. Around the time Swedish Fish Ghost was going away, this came out. To those of you who don't know what Swedish Fish tastes like, it's lingonberry, which you probably don't know what it tastes like. I've never had a lingonberry. I've only had lingonberry flavored stuff. But the best way to explain it is just like Swedish fish. It just tastes like Swedish fish. It just reminded me of Swedish fish with that Gorilla Mine taste to it. Gorilla Mines have a sort of taste to them that kind of like when you drink it, like, oh yeah, that's Gorilla Mine. It's not just the potentness. You drink it, you're like, that's Gorilla Mine. Like you could drink a Ghost and then a Gorilla Mine. You drink them and they have this sort of base flavor to them that makes you feel like that's a Gorilla Mine, that's a Ghost. And to me, this reminded me of that Swedish Fish Ghost, but instead of that Ghost taste to it, it had the Gorilla Mine taste. So it kind of made it stand on its own 2 feet as compared to Swedish Fish Ghost because it just tasted like a lingonberry candy. That's the best way to put it because it did taste like a Swedish fish, but it didn't taste exactly like Swedish fish. The best way to explain it is if you got Swedish fish and then you got somebody trying to replicate it, it didn't taste different. It tasted similar enough where like I'm probably gonna get that still. If there's no Swedish fish, I'm gonna grab that. And now that there's no Swedish fish, you're gonna grab that replica, which is this Gorilla Mine red gummy fish. I bought a case of these and I ended up giving 3 of them away. 2 of them to the same person because typically when I buy a new case of Gorilla Mine, I like to give some to my friends. Like, hey, do you want a can? It's typically to one of my friends because he shares it with his dad. But my other friend who drinks energy drinks, I told him like, you want one? And he's like, oh yeah, I'll take it, I guess. And when my case of mango peach came in, I told him, hey, do you guys want now I tell 2 of my friends, hey, do you want the mango peach? He's like, nah, but give me another one of those red gummy fish, which shocked me because he hates what I like. And if he likes this, then this is a good flavor. I think I'm gonna put it below mango peach. Or I think that's another S. That's another S. Bottom of S though. All right. Okay. Now we're at the end. We have rainbow sherbet. I have not had this yet. I gotta go grab it from my fridge real quick. I'll be right back. But here I have it. The rainbow sherbet Gorilla Mine. I originally was not gonna get this. I remember I have 9 mango peach, 3 red gummy fish, and a whole case of the new Lost and Found variety pack. And I was like, damn dog, that's a lot of energy drinks. But a new Gorilla Mine flavor. I gotta have it. I didn't know if it was gonna be in Vitamin Shops or not, or GNCs, so I had to. Plus, my goal of drinking a case of every grill of mine, might as well buy a case of the new flavor because they typically release them every couple of months or so. So let's just crack this open. Also, nice can. Rainbow sherbet, from what I remember, it's supposed to be orange, raspberry, lime. Rainbow sherbet was one of those ice creams I had a lot when I was a kid. My family would typically just buy one, like a big tub of ice cream. And there's like one time where I was like, get rainbow sherbet. And next thing you know, nobody liked it. And I was like, and I was the one to finish that tub. I think I only had 2 rainbow sherbet energy drinks, the Alani Nu and the G Fuel sample pack. But let's see Gorilla Mind's take. That's good. Holy crap. That is a really good rainbow sherbet. It's definitely lighter. I say it's on a lightness level similar to white gummy bear. Orange, raspberry, and lime mix incredibly well. There's a little bit of like a cream to it. This just tastes like rainbow sherbet ice cream. It's kind of hard to like distinctly tell the flavors apart. The way the flavors are combined, it kind of gives you like the rainbow taste in a sense. It gives you a rainbow of 3 colors. I don't know how to explain it, but it's got this after like cream to it. It's kind of got like a cereal taste to it. Strangely enough, it kind of reminds me of cereal milk. I like the C4 cereal milk because I can't drink C4 because of the beta alanine. Ice cream in this like aftertaste to it, which definitely makes sense because it's got a little ice cream cone on the can. I kind of wish it was a little more heavier, like stronger though, because that would have been nice. Maybe like more of the middle of the road as compared to like the exploding flavors. This is good. This is good, but where would this go? I think I'm gonna put it on top of B. It's kind of strange because like, excuse me, it's got that aftertaste, that sort of creaminess, which kind of reminds me of like what the orange ice cream could have been. That definitely complements it to give it more of an ice cream feel. It tastes like rainbow sherbet ice cream. If you melted it down, added a little bit of water to kind of dilute it a little bit to make it more light, and then carbonated it. That's the best way to put it. And it definitely does make it sippable for sure, because it's like a little lighter in carbonation as well as compared to the rest. Definitely one of those you could probably just like, it's kind of strange because some energy drinks are lightly carbonated, which are easier to sip on. But because of the taste of like ice cream, it kind of makes you like you want to sip on it, but not too quick. But it definitely is delicious. But it's so B tier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say that. It's not a new flavor that's gonna be like, oh, that's one of my new favorites. It's good, but it's not beating the other stuff. The stuff in A. I don't think it's gonna get an A. It's definitely at the top of B. Better than that Rocket Frost, because I'm like I said, I'm not a big fan of Red, White, and Blues, but that was actually pretty good. So as I sip on this to finish up this can, let's overview our tier list. S tier, I'm comfortable with this. I'm comfortable with this. Good ordering, the best energy drink I've ever had. Incredibly great tea tasting flavor, a lot better than that Ghost one, trust me. Please bring back these 2 flavors. Please bring them back. Put them in a variety pack. Really good candy taste. They have like, I've noticed that they have the newer candy flavors are really a lot better than the original candy flavors. These are must try flavors for Gorilla Mine. If you're gonna have Gorilla Mine and you want to see what I like, get these. But you can only get 2 of these. A tier, to me, these are solid flavors. Definitely, if you're trying to get into like Gorilla Mine or want to try it, get one of these for sure. For sure, the more I'm looking at it, because they're more like the fruity. If you're gonna have any of these, have the white gummy bear last, and maybe the blue raspberry second to last, and just have the other 4 in any order you want, because it's better to have like a fruit flavor as a starting off. B, these are more like middle of the road. Here, let me move that right there. Middle of the road flavors. B tier is much more like if A tier isn't available, go for something that's in B tier. These flavors are much more like you probably would have every once in a while. Oh, these are good flavors, but I don't want to have them in my regular rotation. Like, oh, I haven't had the rainbow sherbet in a while. Let me have it. Oh, Arctic White. Arctic White should not be that low. Hold up. Arctic White should not be right here. I say move that right there. Middle of the road Gorilla Mine flavors. Flavors you're probably not going to be reaching for too often. It's not in my regular rotation, but I saw it on the shelf at Vitamin Shop. I might as well grab one. They're pretty good. I gotta rethink that blackberry lemonade. I have to have more of it. I've only ever had 1 can. C tier. C tier, C tier, C. We only have 3 things in here. It's sad because to me, orange cream should just be better, but I wish it was better. You're probably not going to be wanting to reach for these initially. It's much more like you're going to have it. You're like, now I remember why I kind of avoid these flavors. If those 2 had more vanilla and sour watermelon had more sour, they would unironically be in B tier. C tier will be empty. C tier will be empty. I'm not going to lie. Just increase that sour, dude. Give it a little more of like a gummy taste to it, so it's like a sour watermelon gummy, like the watermelon wedge that they're going for. Strawberry candy would stay at D tier. How do you fix this? Because to me, candy just tastes artificial. Some candies do have like a natural taste to them. If this was much more like a natural flavor with some candy in it, that definitely would be like, that's probably, I don't know where that would be actually. I don't know why I have so much beef for strawberry candy, but it's just one of those flavors that you have, and you're like, I wish it was better. I know for a fact people do like it. It just tastes artificial to me. Out of all the Gorilla Mines, it just tastes the most artificial. I think that's about it. Yeah, like I said, this is a different kind of video that I normally make. I just wanted to make something quick, wanted to make something fast. I have another video like I normally do coming out. This is for that one person who watches my videos. I hope you enjoyed this. Derek, I know you're watching. Please bring back the flavors that I want. Please bring back everything. These are all really good. Please fix those in C tier and D tier, please. But you know, my opinion doesn't matter. I got like 2 subscribers. So this is Future Babalotto. It is currently April. I recorded the initial quote unquote video, aka the video and the audio, like a month ago at this point because I suck at recording. But because I needed to like mention this, because right after this video, I mentioned how they removed flavors from the website, and as of right now, they removed 2 flavors. They removed the best flavor, Tropic Storm, and they removed Mango Peach, which is pretty shocking because those 2 are very good flavors. I just wanted to mention that as one last thing. Hey there, Babalotto again. It's literally the last day of April, and ever since that, 2 whole new flavors have come out for a grill of mine, and I just wanted to rank them real quick because I just finished a can of root beer and young latte's been in my under my desk for a bit, and I kind of wanted to switch some things around because I've had some of these flavors again. Root beer. I would say root beer is definitely an A tier, but I'm gonna say it's probably third and A tier. It's a really good flavor. It's a lot like a float in the sense that you get hit with vanilla first, and then you get the root beer taste mixed with a bit of vanilla. So it's really delicious. It tastes a lot like a soda as compared to an energy drink, and that's all I'm really gonna say about it because I gotta get this done fast, and I suck at editing. The next one is Young Latte. Young Latte is well, I'm not the biggest coffee drinker if it isn't obvious with all these energy drinks. It's like as someone who doesn't drink coffee, I do like it. I like the lower doses for the lower can. It's definitely one of those like, oh, I just don't want to have that much caffeine today. Let me just drink a young latte. It's really good, but sadly limited editions. But other than that, good stuff. I say it's on the top of B tier. And blackberry lemonade, I've had this one a couple of times since making this tier list. I would say I'm moving it up to the top of B for sure. And I feel like Arctic White should be above Rainbow Sherbet and Rocket Frost. I just really like that one a lot. I've had Black Cherry Vanilla again recently. It's still good. It's just that I wish there was just more vanilla. But other than that, looking at all this tier list, this is the final official tier list of Babalotto's Grill of Mine tier list. Okay, go to the outro. It's literally the last day of June. I swear this is the last time. But Fruit Punch. Fruit Punch to me was pretty good. The only Fruit Punch energy drinks I think I've ever had was the Rise one and then the C4 one. I had a sip of once. But this one is a nice sweet balance of fruit flavor that gives you like that fruit punch taste. It's a little difficult to distinguish a specific flavor because it just tastes like fruit punch. It's like a sweet balance of fruits to give you that fruit punch flavor, but it's more in the middle of the road when it comes to the potency, which is pretty interesting because I expected this one to be one of those that punches you with flavor. But other than that, I really liked it. I'm glad I got a case of it despite one of the cans exploding, ruining the box. But I'm saying it's gonna go in A tier, probably below root beer because to me, root beer tasted much more like a soda, and this one did taste much more like an energy drink rather than just a carbonated fruit punch. And hopefully this is the last one. It's literally last day of June. Just go see the outro, please. All in all, if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe for more inconsistent topics and upload dates. And that's about it. Okay, bye now.